Every week, the reasons for coming out on these demonstrations increase. We know that almost 30,000 Palestinians have been killed in this terrible onslaught. We know that Israeli forces are poised for a ground invasion of Rafah, in which many thousands more would be killed.
We will never let you die.
It's the 9th protest that we've held, and our slogans are simple. We want a ceasefire now, we want an end to the genocide. That has not changed since we started marching. Clearly, Israel is continuing to commit atrocities that the International Court of Justice think are worthy being investigated as genocide.
We are here to show our solidarity for our Palestinian people, for Gaza, for Khan Yunis, for Rafah, to stop the genocide, to chanting for ceasefire now, to make more pressure for our government to take action.
We all are united for calling for a ceasefire, and what is happening in Gaza, in Rafah, that is not acceptable, and we will not stop until our government and the opposition Labour Party listen to us and call for a ceasefire.
My grandparents were refugees. They were refugees from Russia and Ukraine and Poland and Germany over 100 years ago, and they did not flee oppression in the 19th century so that Israel could oppress Palestinians in the 20th and 21st century and say they're doing it in my name. They're not, and that's why I personally and many other Jewish people are here.
It's so important. At the moment, all the Palestinians in Gaza have been pushed down to Rafah. It's really dangerous. We're getting messages of hospitals, well, the final hospitals now that have been left in Gaza being bombed. We are seeing a complete siege of Al Nasser Hospital. We are seeing awful scenes coming out.
Well, it's a continuing need to protest against Israeli genocide of the people of Gaza. And it's still going on, and therefore the demonstrations are still going on.
We are all Palestinians.
We are in a terrible, terrible state, and all of the Western governments are complicit in killing babies, killing mums, killing families, and it has to stop.
Today's importance is about Palestine, spreading the word and love of peace, making sure the Palestinians don't keep getting killed every single day for nothing, and they get a homeland that they belong in.
Palestine! Palestine!
You know, what we're seeing is the attempted completion of the colonial project that started in 1948. You hear people talk about this being a second Nakba or another Nakba, but actually this is an apartheid colonial state doing what it has done every day since 1948.
Hang on to your anger! Hang on to your enragement! Hang on to your horror! And use it in the pursuit of justice.
They demand ceasefire, they demand freedom for Palestine, and we believe this is the best hope we have, because governments are silent, some governments are complicit, and then we can and should rely on the people to deliver the message, and I believe this is what you're seeing today and every day, and it's growing.
Gaza is a moral cry. This is not about politics. For if you are not shaken to your core by the brutal killing of more than 12,000 precious Palestinian children, it is on you. There is nothing we can do to help you.
Well, first, we can't fail the people who are resilient and who are still holding steadfast in Gaza. We have to continue doing this in London and around the world. It's our moral obligation to continue to call for a ceasefire.
Next week, the SNP will present another crucial ceasefire motion in Parliament, giving MPs the opportunity to make a resolute stand against genocide or find themselves on the wrong side of history. The choice is clear and it will be remembered.
This is the 14th national demonstration, and there's going to be as many more as it takes until there is a ceasefire, until there is justice for the Palestinian people.
And on Wednesday, there's a vote in the UK Parliament calling for a ceasefire. I'll be signing and supporting that motion when it's tabled on Monday afternoon. But as we speak, literally now, this moment, there are 1 million people in Rafah terrified that bombing will start.
On Wednesday, as has been said, it's almost certain now there will be a vote on Gaza in Parliament. I want to make this absolutely clear. I will be voting for a ceasefire, immediate ceasefire now. We need MPs to vote for an immediate ceasefire. So in these next few days, we've got a window of opportunity where everyone can be contacting their local MP, urging them to vote for immediate ceasefire. And then on Wednesday, turn up at Parliament.
This is actually democracy at work. This is the will of the people being expressed. And the reason everyone's here is because their politicians are not allowing them to express their will on the political stage, actually where it counts. So what we need to do is to put pressure on our politicians to vote for a ceasefire, and if they don't, to replace them with ones who will.
Our consumption is a reflection of who we are. From today, I call on each and every one of you to begin a global boycott movement.
We are no longer purchasing from major corporations until we see them take a strong line on this issue. And that means we're encouraging people to now shop local, to shop ethical, and to shop independent. Support local businesses, support Palestine, return power to the people.
We need you to come to Parliament. We need you to lobby your MP, to stand in front of them, face to face, to say to them, if you do not vote for a ceasefire, I will not vote for you. We are planning the biggest lobby in parliamentary history. We want to see a queue. We want to see a queue stretching from Parliament all the way through Whitehall. We want so many of you to come that they will have to lock the doors of Parliament itself.
In our 1,000 million!